Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. If you haven't been checking in with the past couple of episodes, we're not doing a themed week right now because we're only doing a half of a week. So instead, we're going to be checking out just some special selections, trying to whittle that list down a little bit. So we're going to the next one in line. You gotta enjoy and just appreciate such a simple request. Javin or Havin, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. The request was literally the name of the band, the name of the song. You just gotta respect that. You do. There's no extra, you're gonna love this part or any of that. A man is straight to the point. After my heart, dude. Alright. So that's what we're gonna be checking out. Some Sleep Token. So I guess let's get into it, right? Let's also get straight to the point.
Stand under the stained glass and I will know it's you. The whites of your eyes burn from across the room. And I'm not here to be the savior you long for, only the one you don't. Now are you watching me with eyes of a predator as you move towards the door? Show me those pretty white doors. Show me where the delicate stops. Show me what you've lost and what you're always taking.
Very poppy.
Show me what wounds you've got.
But I remember that from the last time we checked them out, so I'm not gonna be surprised this time.
Show me where the delicate stops. Show me what you've lost and what you're always taking it slow. Show me what wounds you've got. Show me love.
Ooh, love that fill. Dude, that drummer is working the hi-hat and I'm loving it. I find it interesting still just how well they can have their separate aspects work together so well.
I'm not here to be the savior you long for, only the one you don't. Are you watching me with eyes of a predator as you move towards the door?
Yeah, really digging that syncopation there. Okay. Once again with those drum fills, man. All right. Oh, well, I'm a little disappointed. And that's not how I want to start this. I really enjoyed the last time we checked out Sleep Token. I was going to call it Sleep Jaws. Oh, man. Sleep Jaws, Waterbed. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, yeah, so Sleep Token, I really, really loved the last time we checked them out. I thought that song was really cool. It found a really awesome way to merge pop music and metalcore or hardcore, whatever that lots of not really technical breakdown and screaming kind of whatever genre that comes from. They found a really cool way to merge that last time, and this was not that. And it's kind of weird because the last one we checked out was an oddball. The person who recommended it, and I apologize for not remembering who you are. Um, but yes, they said that they recommended that one instead of Jaws, that they knew Jaws would eventually get done. It's just, it's the song that people ask reactors to check out all the time. And I always kind of assume that the popularity has a reason for itself. And I'm not seeing. I think if this was my first introduction to them, I would have enjoyed this more. But having already known what they're about and what they can do, this one felt a little lackluster for me. Um, just on a technical level. The pop vocals came through beautifully. I love him. The singer's just, he has that warmth and emotion that you just want to give the dude a hug. Like, he just, man, he's got that smooth voice, but it just feels like it's going to crack and break down at any moment. And yeah, there's just something about that I just really adore people who can be vulnerable like that in their music. And I think maybe the fact that it's pop elevates that a little bit for me because pop tends to be about emotions without being emotional. There are very few pop artists who write sad songs and have sad vocals with them. There are very few pop artists who have angry songs and have angry vocals with them. It's more about the lyrics than about the content. Almost every song kind of fits into two molds. It's either happy or it's, sad, but not like super sad, just like we're working with minor chords now. There's some sadness to there, but the the singers are still poppy. They're still upbeat. The rhythms of the lyrics and the music are still upbeat. It's just the chord characteristics have changed. So you don't really get a lot of emotion in pop music. Not typically. There are definitely exceptions. I'm not trying to put a blanket statement out here. I'm just saying the majority of music you listen to, even in the sadder songs, don't have sad performances. And I think it's really important for me, even though this song has pop style vocals and it has that electronica track behind it, there's still a lot of strong vulnerability and emotion in the lyrics, and I think it just resonates. The simplicity of pop really helps elevate and allow for vocals to pop. But no, seriously, with pop music, there's not a lot of like technicality going on in the music underneath the vocals. The vocals are given spotlight. It gives them a lot of opportunity to dominate the sound of the song, and I think it goes to waste often. And this song, Sleep Token in general, know how to utilize the pop soundscape. You know, it gives them the space for the vocalist to be emotive, and I think he just kills it at that. Like, it's just so good. Aside from that, though, I don't know. The music was okay. I really like some of the muddiness in it, which is 2 days in a row. I promise I'm not changing. I'm not. I like my clean productions. I promise. But yeah, well, the song has a slow build up. You have your electronica background, and then you have your vocalist come in, and then there's some synths that come in after that, and we got the drum that comes in, I think before the synths, and it's just huge buildup of sound, and the song I'm going to wager, based on the music video, is about relationships, and either like toxic relationships or ending a relationship, some negative part of relationships. And I think it's really cool how the beginning was clean. We had just the electronica bit and the vocalist, and it was very clean sound, catchy, definitely. But after we add more and more pieces in, the mix is a little dirty, but a lot of the instruments start stepping over on each other's toes. They start colliding into a single sound. There's just a lot of muddiness going on. Distortion starts popping up on some instruments. And I think it really speaks to kind of the way that a relationship can get messy. It starts out clean. That's the puppy dog, the puppy love, or whatever you want to call, the first weeks or first month or whatever, when everything's just on the up and up. But relationships take work, and eventually you realize what that work is going to be, and sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it gets muddy. Sometimes you get into arguments, and I think the music does a really good job of kind of having a musical flow that kind of resembles the flow that a relationship could take, and condensing it down into 6 minutes. Um, there's highs, there's lows, there's big booming sections, there's quiet sections, there's clean sections, there's dirty sections. I think it does a really good job of kind of musically portraying relationships. How that fits into the lyrics as a whole rather than just a theme of relationships, I don't know. I picked up on a couple, mostly the show me your jaws part, which was said a lot. I feel like it's the only line that really stuck with me that I remembered. And it's also what kind of gives me the idea that there's some negative connotation to it. Baring your teeth doesn't necessarily need to be negative, but that's kind of the gist I got out of the tone that he was saying it with and the overall tone of the music. It did not seem to be, an uplifting song or a happy song or a positive song. It wasn't, there wasn't any positivity behind that, aggression that goes along with the image of jaws, of sharp teeth. Um, so yeah, I think the music did a really good job of running with that theme and kind of portraying some of that. But on a musical level, it didn't land for me. I think it worked on the theme, it worked on the lyrics, but the song just never reached that hook where I just got really into it. And that's kind of sad because, like I said, I do enjoy it on some levels. But just as a whole, looking at the entire production, I'm glad I heard it. I'm not sure I'm going to be listening to it again, unless the lyrics really connect with me. But musically, I don't know. I don't think the music's gonna connect with me like that, or I'm just gonna have to listen to it. But yeah, like I said, I'm appreciative that I've heard it now. It's not a bad song, and I really like the way that they kind of tie the theme throughout the entire track and every aspect of it. And the dude's voice, Silk, man, Silk. But it's just one of those songs where I'm like, the pieces are there. I enjoyed a lot of it. It just didn't land. I think part of it is just going to be, my expectations, which I can't help. Everybody has expectations going into something, uh, and those expectations are going to color our first experience. And I was expecting more of what we heard last time. I completely forgot the name of that song, but there was some real heaviness to that one. And was basically a pop song with a metalcore breakdown in the middle. And I don't really think the metalcore breakdown did anything for the song positively. I think, to me, if I'm under the notion that this band does this, they write pop tracks with pop vocals and pop electronica, and they kind of alternate that with some of their, rock and metal roots, or rock and metal inspirations or whatever. And the last song really merged those two well. We had the pop, and then we had the metal, and then it ended the song with both of them kind of coming together and kind of merging the two worlds, and it was just phenomenal. And this one really rested on one side, and I feel like the other side came in just because that's what they do, not because it added anything to the song or because it was important to the track itself. That's just what I got out of it, not knowing the context of the song or anything like that. So I'm not trying to come out here and say, this is definitive, that's what happened. That's just kind of the notion I'm getting with my limited exposure to this band. This is where you guys can come in. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything, if you guys thought I was spot on, if you enjoyed it or didn't. Hit me up, put that down in the comments. There's also a description box. In there is links to the Patreon if you want to join up with the Discord or vote on future content. There's also links for blocked videos. There's the special selection list if you want to see what's coming up on that. Yeah, there's a bunch of links in there if you're interested. Go check that out. Otherwise, you can check me out tomorrow. I'll be back 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UTC. Normally, in the past, I've done 2 videos on Saturday and Sunday, but I'm not gonna lie, starting to burn out on that. It makes my weekends very cluttered, and I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. It's 24 hours away, and I don't know what I'm doing with it. But I'm gonna have at least one video out at 5 p.m. Eastern, so you can count on that at least. And that wraps this one up. So you guys stay awesome, stay safe out there, and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you choose to watch my videos.